What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Vecna.
Ruin.
Hit it.
You got it again?
Let's hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, Discord.
It's a two-parter.
Oh,
It's a two-parter.
everybody, real quick, check your Discord settings. Discord's its sound activation and where its gates are updated recently, and it's nuked for the last like 4 days. All of my friends have had to change theirs, so check yours just in case, because Discord changed things.
Thank you. I
That's
probably
fun.
got noise gated on that.
You did. That's why I tried to get to it as soon as I could.
Yep, all good. Thank you.
It's like set to automatic, and it's not good.
Oh, I noticed that, and I didn't realize that it was an update. I just thought that I'd never seen it.
Well, that's been there, but they changed where it was for how it's detecting. So like I turned off. It's been on automatic forever, but now automatic is much more sensitive. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why I keep getting cut out.
So I live in a world where I had that turned on basically manual, and I have it slid all the way over to minus 98 dB. That's where I live.
Yeah, I'm at like I think I'm at minus 87.
For your input volume?
Yeah.
Input
So that way
sensitivity.
you can whisper and talk to it, and it's not gonna put you out.
fair. What about, hey, yeah, okay,
Oh,
great.
mine's
I'm
at
not gonna do it
82.
again. But
Thank you for the reminder, dude. We love that. And that was perfect. That got us through that shitty ad that we have to play at the top of the hour. It's gone.
Dumping Diarrhea's your host, Derriere.
What announcements you got for us, Baddie?
I have what do I have? Actually, I think I only have whoa man, I think just no nothing. I got nothing. Never mind, go on.
That was a lot.
It's because there's a thing, but it's not. I can't. I don't think I can announce it yet. I think I gotta wait. I think I gotta wait. I think I'm a week early, so I'm just gonna play it safe.
Fair.
Oh no, I can. Never mind. I'm an official ambassador for Magic the Gathering's Tarkir set that just came out, and I have so many cool things coming up. No, that is one thing. I just forgot that, but there's something else. But I can't talk about that. Okay, bye.
Baddie's a real dragon.
I'm a dragon ambassador. A bad dragon ambassador. Someone said.
Is this your first time being an MTG ambassador?
No, I was one back before the ambassador program in that weird period when they had it, and then they got rid of it because it got really bad, and I was in that weird period, and this is the first time me being an official one.
Oh, good. Congrats. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I was so long ago when I was on Mixer. Which, by the way, having a combined chat, hello, Baddie's chat, makes me feel like I'm back on Mixer again, because that was a literal like day one feature that I had. 7 years later now, we can do it again. Love it. Sam, what do you got for us?
CB, can you talk? Sorry.
I'm talking now. Hello.
You're quiet for
Oh,
me.
it was me. There we go.
Oh, I thought I fluffed my settings and I was gonna lose everybody's voice.
No, it keeps auto adjusting. I don't know why, but yeah, it's me. We're good.
Whew. Anyway, yes, the main and pretty much only announcement that I have right now is in 10 days. Our lovely Tolkien award-winning TTRPG will be back with book 2, which is season 2, but chapter 6. We're gonna do the next half of that book. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah,
and that's
we are.
April Fools. Haha, that's gonna be annoying, but it's on that day. It's on Tuesdays in April. Twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project.
Let's go.
Go.
It's me. Foundry is deciding if it likes my picture or not. Well, while it decides, I don't have many announcements other than the fact that I guess they liked me at Chicago, so I'm back to be a creator at MagicCon Vegas officially. That's gonna be fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. We'll figure it out. Look at my socials for all the things, of course. Yeah, that's really that. Go forth and prosper, friends. That's me.
All right.
There's a picture.
Well, here's a picture for some
Yes.
really weird news that happened this week.
I giggled. Continue.
Yeah. Boy, that's the video that came out yesterday, day before. Yeah, so that's probably the biggest news is, you guys remember Project Sigil, the 3D virtual tabletop that Wizards of the Coast has been touting for over the past 2 years? Guess what? Not anymore. Shuttered, 90% of the staff cut, and it's gonna be just integrated into D&D Beyond. So that's a thing.
Wild.
That's the one thing I had a thumbnail for, but I did just release a short not that long ago that centered around the D&D pinball machine, which is in my house now.
Dun, dun, dun.
And it's
Whoa.
sick.
Are you
Oh,
gonna
I guess
heal
I
it?
could.
Yeah, you could, if you want to show it, you can show it.
Yeah, let me grab that picture I sent you earlier. Can I just drag and drop?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
And drop it like it's hot.
Nope.
If
Doesn't
Spectrum
want it.
allows you.
Well, Spectrum and I are
Oh.
fighting as always.
Wait, that's who I'm fighting.
Everyone's fighting some battle, whether it's Comcast, Spectrum.
Oh no. Not Spectrum. Please, no.
No.
Oh no.
Let me. Where the hell did
Where's
I
my
post
sword?
that? I'm gonna get it. I'll just grab it out of Discord, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That probably is the easiest. Yeah, it won't let me just copy it and drag it and drop it for some reason, so we'll just download it quick. Do it that way. Where the hell did it download to, though? Here's the
The
question.
mystery zone.
Whoa.
Can I beat Ted?
It's
$100
entirely
or
possible.
Mystery Zone.
Oh, wait.
Boom! Stream view, creeping it out, baby.
I just posted it. You beat me to it. All right. Fair enough.
That's so cool. You're so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
sick.
Right next to
Kind of weird at
Jurassic
Magic
Park.
Con not to give you a creator badge. Kind of weird. You got Dungeons and
Right?
Dragons.
I know. It seems kind of odd. And I
Disappointing.
know Diana really well to see that email from her. I'm just going to be like, hey, listen, remember all those times you're like, we should totally hang out and do something? And then you pull one of these on me? Come on now. Anyway, not
Diana
finished.
doesn't know. So it's
This
fine.
is, this is not Festivus, the airing of grievances.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
All right.
Flawless.
Of course, he's muted.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute. Professional streamer, the DFlawless.
Totally professional streamer. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I have nothing major at the moment, but I will soon. Things are we're putting some polish on some things,
Brother,
so.
you've had that announcement for 3 months.
I know. So here's what
I
happened
gotta let you know that
I know. What had happened was we got it to a point where it was like we could have put it out, but then we started tweaking some knobs and like we can really do this better. So like we're doing it better. So
all you needed was the maximum forehead meme to get started. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
That's it.
You gifted the world.
Maximum
One of
forehead
the-
is hilarious still.
one of these days
that's
I
your-
will have. Hold on, do I still have it?
It's your VTuber model.
There we go.
Just stream your forehead for an entire BG3 session.
There you go.
Wait, go
Just
back to it.
Can we get a
Hunker down.
projector? And like,
the zoom in. Oh my god. Oh
I
my.
like this.
Oh.
This is good, Sam. That's perfect. That's where you should be. Yes.
Just get an all forehead stream going.
No.
No.
You know what?
Out here.
Flawless, if you ever actually put out that announcement and actually do that, maybe we'll do it then in honor of you actually releasing it.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff in the world,
Dead.
but I can't sacrifice my artistic integrity.
That's good to know. No compromises here.
So I'll just keep stringing you guys along.
Great.
Just my real integrity I'll compromise.
Actionable and functional announcements. I too will be in Vegas for MagicCon later this year, and I will go and I will be doing the things. So whenever those things become official, I'll let everybody know. But I will say this much. I am going to be doing something a little bit different on the lead up, because your boy did not budget this year to go to 3 additional cons. So for those that have been wondering if they were ever going to get a seat at my table at some point in time,
Ooh.
it will go to moderators first, then subscriber length on this invite. But if they become open, they will be open inside the Discord. But I am definitely going to run a couple of games to lead up to this, to fundraise for shit that was not in my budget. So if that is of your fancy, I will be doing a very fun lead-in publicly up to MagicCon. So expect some MTG, very, very much Dragons of Tarkir inspired D&D leading up to the event that will be publicly, and then I will be doing a private game as well of the choice of the people. So if they want that MTG D&D crossover, then it will be there. But yes, I will be running some pay-to-play tables going into that to offset the costs of those. So for those that have always wondered, there may be the potential. I cannot say it may get completely sniped up, because there are people that have been wanting to play for 4 or 5 years. Who knows? We will see. But that will all run through the Discord. So if you're not there, discord.gg/CaptainRoBear. Best way to find announcements and to see stuff like that.
Woo!
Woohoo! And
Yep.
more
Also,
importantly,
I'm gonna be at Vegas too. Sorry, I forgot to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. Hi, I'll be there at Vegas. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yo, Ted, you feeling it, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling it now, Sam.
So you
Wow.
feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
I think Sam and Ted need to have a role play moment. Just,
I
crying,
think
mourning the loss.
so.
Or we're gonna, create a revolution.
Sam and Ted's Excellent Adventure, obviously.
Oh, that's so
I
good.
like that you put Sam first. Thank you.
Well, obviously Bill and Ted, but that's it was on purpose, Sam. It's because that was for you.
I'm taking the win.
Take it. It's yours.
Take the win.
In Women's History Month?
Hey, period.
But yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, in the last announcement, for posterity, one more time. If you love tables, you can find
crying.
those hot tables everybody has been looking for and DMing all of us about in the 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide. It's all there. Contrary to popular belief, neither I nor Ted have actually created tables. It is not a new device, but let me tell you what, rolling loot on tables on stream certainly appears to be. So we will take that and be first to market. But you too can also roll wonderful loot the same way that we do. You could do it in person, you could do it online. It's all there. Yeah, so the only difference that we have on our tables is that we reorganize them. Ted put them in order of his belief of strongest to weakest, so we're more excited when we roll a high number on the table. It corresponds. The tables in the book are alphabetical. It doesn't matter. That's semantics. And we just put in the extended option items, so all the other books. You can do that too. There's not many of them. It's not crazy. Like, If you want to be crazy, go to Abyssal Brews or Griffin Saddlebag and go take that list and go throw it in the table. Then you'll have a crazy table. It's not that big of a deal. But yes, that's where it's there. It's all open. We're not gatekeeping anything. It's there. It's all there for you. So have fun. Roll a table. Yeah.
Now, you guys, you send me $5. I'll roll loot for you on a table and then tell you the result. That's my new series, my new short series on TikTok. Is
yes.
You tell me I want a very rare armament, and I'll roll the dice and then tell you off my table what it is.
Matter of fact,
genius.
for 5 gifted subs, I'll roll on my loot table and give you loot. It's incredible.
You can tell your DM that CaptainRoBear said you get this loot.
Matter of fact, I'll do the cameo and send you me doing it. You know, it's a whole product at this point.
All right. Well, there you go. I mean, hoisted by his own petard in his own stream.
I'm gonna need you to roll that D100 for me, RoBear. Let me give me that loot.
You know what? Talk shit, get crit. Talk shit, get crit. All right, here it goes. Pull the table up. I did it. I said it. I said it. I'm doing it once. I have to do. I can't go back on my word. This is it. This is it. Son of a bitch.
Sounds painful.
Call your shot, Baddie.
Well
what do you
done,
want?
sir.
What do you want from this roll?
We going very rare armament. I did this wrong. I don't know. I forgot how to do it already.
You gotta go. You gotta go to the TNG tables. You gotta.
I got it. 11 through 16. We do that.
Yeah.
Then we hit roll there.
That's
okay,
right.
so it's uncommon. Not great.
Vecna pay to win.
Okay, we got an uncommon. And then we roll to see which magic type it is. We roll, so we have an uncommon relic. Okay, uncommon relics. Then we roll on the uncommon relic table, which hits us with a Staff of the Python. There you go.
You've seen what these guns can do in the Middle East. Now let me show you what they can do in this D&D campaign.
I'm done being a smartass.
Can we get a Randy Savage NPC, please?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! That's actually just Baddie's card that looks like Macho Man. Dude, I
will
honestly...
go get the sunglasses. I swear.
Dude, when I saw that card art,
cowboy hat.
Oh my god, I was like, oh, Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon. Oh yeah! If you guys need to see an ancient mod to an ancient game, go enjoy the intro to Skyrim with Macho Man Dragon.
Yup.
I like Thomas the Tank Engine. Dragon.
Also terrifying.
Thomas the Tank Engine's scary.
Yeah,
Like,
what is
legit.
happening?
It was fire.
What is happening?
I love it.
Ancient Skyrim mods. Oh my god. I'm trying to think that the first dude, I played on a Celeron. I played Skyrim on a Celeron laptop.
My HP Pavilion, compact Usario.
It's a Pentium 2.
I played it
You
on
get a
Alexa.
gateway. Yeah,
All right.
there we go. Okay.
Picking up where we left off last week.
That transition.
That was
wild.
The party finally back in Neverwinter, taking all of the planeswalking abilities of Kalthorr and Isaiah to channel the planeswalking abilities of Sergei, to surround the actual lightning rail to guide you into the needle in the haystack that was your world in the multiverse. It took everything on top of Theodore and Isaiah spotting out exactly which was your planet to head to, but you got there. Arriving back home, you guys have all received a nice long rest. Conversations between Egrik and Remy about the dread of encountering Vecna after losing his powers in Amonkhet. Ominous messages not received by Davik as he blissfully went to sleep, leaving his sending stone to become frozen to his nightstand with no message from Reza received. On top of that, the Council of Wizards phoning in without 2 of their members. Celestial Silverhand regretfully informing that Tasha and Mordenkainen are missing. With the loom and the dread of that visit back to Barovia on everyone's mind, and especially Isaiah's, we pick back up after that long rest, back home, fortified now, with an entire barracks and guard. Whoever wants to take hold of the morning may do so. The scene is yours.
May I volunteer as tribute?
Absolutely.
Just to set the sequence, Isaiah did not sleep last night. He rested in the sense that, like, you know, he didn't do anything strenuous to get exhaustion or anything like that. But for the most part, as the group last night was, you know, having moments of clarity and sadness and all that jazz, he was pretty much perched on the walls of the castle, of the keep, you know, doing his patrolling, doing his watch, mostly trying to take his mind off of what we have been through the past couple of days, but more importantly, what they're going to have to do soon. And eventually, though, he went back to his little den underneath, laid down, tried to find a sense of peace, but that didn't really come. And that's okay, because even though things are different for him with the ousting of Kaz and the purity of Sergei, there's still the darkness within him that doesn't think that he deserves all of this. But that's something for another time. More importantly, in the wee hours of the morning, he finds himself most likely getting coffee or whatever together for the group, feeling a little like he needs to overcompensate is the wrong word, but he feels like he needs to help, to do something, because he knows that once they get into this other space, he might not be as much of a help. He doesn't know, but he will bring a cup of coffee to Theodore. Obviously letting him sleep in, but
I have a thing for that too, actually. So I've had these since session 1, and given all of the crap that went down last time, 100% potion of watchful rest popped this night, which gets you the benefit of an 8-hour long rest, but you don't have to sleep, so that he can stay up, because there's so many factors that need to be looked into. There is like a rap sheet of, you know, all these people that work there now, so he'll 100% be awake whenever you come in. Just stacks of books and papers, and just trying to make sense of Illustrial's call, because he hasn't told anybody that happened, and then just so many things. It's very much red string is out, and we're going to town to try to figure this shit out. So
and I think he probably knocked on the door, and if it's open to him, he doesn't know, he would swing it open and just be watching at the doorway with this fresh cup of joe that clearly he's not drinking himself, but he would have known or heard the work that was being done. So this is mostly just a morning check-in. But he'll just kind of I know that you magic people make potions to be inhuman, but closing your eyes at least for 5 minutes is, I think, what they call healthy.
Oh, I get that. No, I really do. And I trust me, I'm fine. I've
You're
been up
literally
all
not
night, but
fine.
I am as rested as I mechanically can be. I am great. I have all my spell slots, all my hit points. We are good to go. But there's so much going on right now. Also, good morning. Sorry that it's been a night.
He'll come in, close the door, probably put the coffee. I don't think he'll put it in his hand. He's just like, you need to chill for a second. He'll put it like on his desk, and then like go find like a seat, turn it around and sit, where he's like straddling it.
Mm-hmm.
But before I get into whatever your mind is trying to unpack, we're home, and I felt like sorry, I didn't really speak up much last night. Just needed to. I don't breathe, but I needed to breathe for a bit.
No, listen, we all went through a lot. Some more than others in that whole 3 days we spent in Eberron. It was a lot for some of us. So there's a lot to unpack, and I think there's going to be a lot of that happening still. And reuniting with everybody after being gone for so long. Not that it probably happens too often, but you find yourself in that situation where when you come back from something that you weren't sure you'd be able to, things just kind of open up, and you're not like, now's the time. I need to talk about this. I need to get this thing off my chest. I need to do whatever needs to be done because you've been through something and came out the other side. And while I feel like that happens to us about every other week, this one feels a little bit more because we lost people for a while. I didn't find out that they'd been gone for even longer. So I think everybody's going to be going through whatever their process is to breathe. So you do what you got to do. It's all good.
He just listens. There is a Isaiah doesn't like a lot of things. He is grumpy, he is old, he is tired. But I think genuinely one thing that, for lack of a better word, reminds him that he's still human. Well, not human, humanoid, I should say, is Theo's voice. There's something just comforting about being around someone that he's known for so long, who's still alive, one. But seeing just the normalcy come over him, this sage-like individual, even though he is much younger than Isaiah is, there's just a comfort that he has in that. But as he's saying these things about, secrets and always got to get something off your chest, Isaiah's clearly looking down, not at Theo. Yeah. Well, that's mostly why I came here.
All right.
I feel like you're right. There is always something, and I finally can think I finally can talk about it. It's just y'all know that, like, I might, shoot first, talk never, but I wouldn't do anything to hurt this this family that we are forming.
Of course not. That's never been a question.
Well, You forget, I can hear better than all y'all, and I know that you and Davik have been whispering. And I just wanted that to be sure and known and clear.
Let me
Everything.
rephrase. Intentionally, you never would do anything like that. We've all, even just recently, found ourselves, people are tied to things or people or entities that are of a power scale above or have the ability to influence one way or another. And I don't question how people end up in those situations. It happens. But, you know, whether that's worshiping or gaining power from a deity that you maybe don't fully understand, or making pacts inadvertently or on, you know, on purpose, things happen. Power is gained. It's all going to help the same goal, usually in one form or another, but sometimes there's consequences. So there were definitely some changes that were noticeable on your gun and other things after we left, or on the process of going to Eberron. So that was definitely worth keeping an eye on what's going on. Also, Timothy showed up out of nowhere, which we know where he was supposed to be.
Yeah. That all happened very fast in a way that even I didn't expect. I just, the choice I made, which, to be fair, was almost made for me. I couldn't speak about it. Literally,
And-
your magic stuff. I just still don't get it, but it was like my soul was, or whatever's left of it, was being wrenched away each time I even wanted to think about it. And I couldn't risk putting y'all in danger.
How long?
So when I say this, things might make more sense. You know how I was in where we have to go for a long time. While I was there, me and my friends, we encountered a really, man, this wizard was going through it mentally, emotionally, probably physically. And we helped him out as much as we could. Our cleric used something to restore his mind, and he helped us. But that was Mordenkainen.
Okay.
You can't leave Barovia without Strahd's permission. Period.
Okay.
I got literally, the kids say yeeted. I got thrown
Heard that before.
through the mist. Literally. If my calculations are correct, Mordenkainen's still in Barovia.
Okay. So then, who have we been dealing? I mean, I have a guess based on some things, but I want sounds like. We don't have to say it. I don't know how that works.
No, I think I'm going to say it because I think this is the first time I fucking can. It's Kos. That is Kos. You see him as he says that, he like prepares for whatever might happen to him. You see him like tense up, and realizing that nothing's coming over him. Ooh, okay. The mortar cannon that we know is Kos, and he also wants the pieces, and was going to do anything to make sure we got them.
All right. Okay. Oh boy.
Also, has Callista with him, unfortunately. Back,
Okay.
I assume home.
Uh-huh.
So, we're dealing with a lot when we get there.
You know, what's one more iconic villain at this point? We pissed about everybody we've ever met off, so why just add one more? Oh my god. Boy.
That is such cool art.
Just so the whole time.
What a cutie.
The whole time. The whole time. I was the only one who could reveal his truth. So he tried to put me under. But yeah, no. And we worked out a deal that he wouldn't do anything to y'all as long as we kept on the course.
Okay. But that's over now?
Whatever happened in Eberron, Sergei came through. He literally tried to it was either I fight off whatever he was trying to do, or I could have been dead. Timothy definitely would have been dead. So I don't know. I don't know where Timothy is now. That's on my to-do list.
But he's not. Well, as far as you know, or you think, or feel.
I don't think he's connected to Kos anymore.
Okay. Well, that's
good.
great.
That's great. That's a better outcome than we could have expected. But now we just, I don't know if we consider Kos enemy, but he is definitely not friend.
I'm gonna assume, since you said he made it so you couldn't speak, and now you're capable of, I feel like it's probably safe to assume that he thinks you're gonna tell us. We could try to keep playing this we don't know, but I feel like there's no point, and that actually ties into what's been keeping me up. Last night I got a message from Illustrial that she doesn't know where Mordenkainen and Tasha are. They're gone. She thinks they might be going rogue to find the fourth piece, which obviously we know where that is, or we know where a fourth piece is. I don't know if they're chronological and how you find them, and I don't know if they're together or they're doing their own thing separately, but they're not with her to the point where she felt it was important enough to reach out to because she could sense that we had the third piece.
Okay.
So
I don't know if he's still there. He was. I don't know if he's still there now. But if they're working together,
that's real bad news.
That's was almost your little side piece. So how you feeling about that?
I don't do necromancy. And she's going down that path. But you've tangled with him and Strahd. If he goes there to try to get this piece, I'm assuming if Strahd has it or knows where it is, if they were to get into a showdown, who's walking away from that?
I couldn't even tell you.
All right.
I mean, Kos is Kos. We if the legends are true about that one, and Strahd, he's I have a weird desire to call him brother, but that's not it. He is strong. I think the powers that be make him stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Well, the cynical part of my brain is now questioning if anybody we've met is who they say they are, which is a whole rabbit hole that I could spend the rest of my life going down. So we're gonna just stick with the one that we know is not who they say they are. But after what I witnessed talking to Tasha and her attempt to steal spells from my spellbook, I don't trust her.
We trust Illustrial?
Out of the three, she's the only one who seems to be on the up and up, to the point where she was worried enough to reach out to and like there was worry in her voice when she's like, oh good, you have the third piece, I don't know where they are. Having another very powerful entity on our side who's in the know of what's going on feels like the play, but also I don't know if that's my call to make. I want to check with everybody else once we fill them in on what's going on, if we're all in agreement that filling her in on what we know, or at least what we think she needs to be aware of, because as far as we know, we could maybe tell her and she could continue to try to keep the subterfuge about not knowing who he is. Yeah. And then maybe we can try to get the drop on. I don't know what the play is. I don't know if we're in a good enough spot to take him on. I don't know. But I feel, out of just having spoken to the three of them, she's the only one who immediately didn't make my skin crawl, and I was, not pissed talking to after I left talking to them, for whatever that's worth. So I don't know.
No, yeah, we'll talk to the group and we'll make a decision from there. I didn't want to go forward without at least getting that off my chest.
No, listen, you had alluded to as much as you could at a point, and I know that's I didn't know if it was immediately then or sometime around there, but I know you've been dealing with this for a minute, it seems like, and I'm sure it's got to be a relief to not be bound and to also be able to talk about it. Is that why that one weird looking vampire showed up in Eberron? Was that from that? When we were rescuing Kalthorr? Was that a thing?
Yeah. You just like hear in like the shadowy background, you just hear like growling. That came with the territory, and I think they still listen to me, so you don't got to worry about that. Hopefully, but still, let's
Right. I feel like everybody else just glanced over that happened, and I clocked it and waited until later. So
we're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Had that in my pocket for a while. But Ted, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What would Maliki in constellation form look like? Like, if there was a constellation of Maliki in the sky, what would it look like?
I feel like it's got to be a unicorn, right? I mean, like that feels constellation-y, period.
Yeah.
But also that's like her symbol, so I feel like that makes sense to me.
As they're talking, Isaiah's gun has been glowing, and he's been just ignoring it for a bit. But you see him take it out, and where Kaz's symbol was, that blank spot, is now just a new constellation forming in the form of a unicorn. And he looks at it and goes, okay, That's new.
Well, that one seems to be changing quite a bit from
A little bit.
what I've seen so far.
I don't know what it does. I'm not gonna test it here, but
Sure. Well, that's better than the alternative. Seems like.
oh yeah. That was a little much, but we'll see. Yeah, you wash up. You ain't slept, but you still need a shower.
That's fair.
I will go get not everyone else up, but I'll go see what's going on. And thank you for being a good friend.
Same could be said for you as well.
I mean, I
We've been
wasn't
through-
for like the last couple of days, so it's still. No.
We've all listen. If a couple of bad days is all it takes to screw up a friendship, I mean, that's you got to start questioning that from the start. I mean, everybody has bad days. Ours are a little worse than most people. Let's be real. But we've been through too much shit. You can't just leave this. You know what I mean? It's years now. You know, we go up. Everybody has their ups and downs, and like I said, unfortunately, ours are on a cosmic level at this point. But don't worry about it. We're good. Always.
He's gonna he's gonna go over and like actually give him a hug.
Yeah, get in here.
But more importantly, he's reaching into his pocket to get one of the orange breakfast capsules. Rough up his hair, and he will head out.
Who's waking up next? That doesn't have a potion or a Dhampir. You know, it's really odd we don't have an elf in this group to constantly remind me that I don't need.
Kind
I
of
only
crazy.
need 4 hours.
I only
4
need
hours
4
and I'm awake.
hours.
That would have been me if I didn't become a vampire, because he is an elf.
4 hours, RoBear. I only need 4 hours. The original roll table request. I only need 4 hours.
I have dark vision. I don't know if you know that.
What do you have?
When we go into a
300
cave,
feet?
it's very dark. I have dark vision. Everybody, so we good? We clear on that? I was just like old alert. I can't be surprised. Cannot be surprised. I'm just throwing it out there.
I think at around this time, Davik would be waking up, early riser that he is. Question about the dream. From the imagery of the Reza kind of eluding my grasp, do number one, within the dream before even waking up, do I get the sense that she's trying to tell me something, or that she's in danger, or
None of these questions I would be able to answer for you, even if I did have the answer.
okay? It's just okay. So, just waking
Whatever
up.
you dream is your dream.
Yeah. Waking up thoroughly confused as to what the meaning of that might be, having not heard a
Strength saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
As
Yo,
the
that belt coming in
ability
handy.
to open your eyes
Oh,
is held against your will.
whoa, whoa.
Sorry, what?
Whoa, excuse me.
uh-huh.
Davik, you've never felt anything like this quite before. A master of the elements But for the first time, you find yourself in a prison of one.
Ooh.
Due to your own nature, you've blissfully slumbered in what has become your own ice prison.
Oh,
You
snap.
feel the chill relief for the first time as your body is so resistant to the elements at this point, it didn't even bother rousing you. But the panic starts to set in, not undifferent than a set or series of sleep paralysis. You realize that you were frozen in place. You can feel the chill around you. You're breathing naturally in your own monk form, able to sustain you in this stasis. You don't know how much ice you're in, but it's enough from a casual rousing that you're unable to open your eyes or move.
Oh gosh. So I'm awake, unable to open my eyes.
Yes. Eyelids frozen shut.
I think the panic would start to set in, realizing that I can't really move. Can I open my mouth?
No.
So yeah, just being totally frozen in place. First reaction would be, I feel that this is ice around me. I'm going to try to melt the ice. I'm going to try to tap into the God Fist to free myself.
For the first time, your God Fist does not move. It does not activate. You feel as if you've been separated. It's still there, but the ice that you're in is not natural.
This full freak out then. Trying anything I can to generate some sort of movement. Just screaming. His mouth is closed. He can't scream, but he's screaming for snow, hoping that he came.
When the panic sets in, that's when your monk's sustained breathing begins to fail you. Davik, what are the last thoughts that go through your mind as you begin to leave this plane of existence?
There's every emotion. There's first at the very top, there's just sheer confusion. What is happening? I've never experienced this before. The only time I've been out of control like this was when I first attuned to the God Fist, when I found it. There's anger at not being able to fight my way out of this situation. There's just beseechment, just internally. Someone help me. Ippa, if you're there, if you're watching over me, Reza, if you can see me, if you can hear me. Just he thinks all these things to this can't be how it ends. I have to save them. I have to save everyone.
Davik, that's when everything goes dark. And there's a pause. Is this the end? And then you open up your eyes. You see your body. You look at your arms. They're there, but the God Fist is not. It's you. But it's not you. It's as if all time has stopped around you. Invoking some kind of sense that you've always had. In some cultures, they consider it blind fighting. For you, you've called out and asked before to see if you could tap in to a third eye. In this moment of panic, you find yourself as an astral projection of yourself. I need you to pick 30 consecutive numbers.
What?
Okay.
I love these.
Do we go for the meme?
I mean, it worked one time.
I know.
Do what your heart tells you.
Yeah. Oh, geez. 30 consecutive numbers. So that would be. Oh, I don't have my calculator.
I got you.
Do 30.
How many numbers are you getting? 30 numbers?
30 numbers.
Yeah, do 35 to 65 to 64.
It's 64. Type it in chat. 35 to 64.
Yeah,
Type it out.
35 64.
If you roll a 69 right now, I'm gonna be so
I'm
mad.
gonna laugh. I'm going to giggle.
E100.
Oh. No. Oh, I thought it was a 50.
Oh boy.
Can I use my
Innate luck?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, it's just a luck card, or you have a different luck?
I have innate luck
He
before
is
I
lucky.
start using cards. Yeah.
Oh, slay. Okay. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, I see him with the lucky.
Oh. 77. Yeah, I'm gonna burn whatever cards I can.
Luck.
That would be the luck card. So would that be another advantage roll or just another straight roll?
I will allow you to use your advantage card to advantage roll your first roll. And remember, when you do that, it advantages your luck. So essentially, you have 2 rolls left to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So sorry. Advantage card has been used.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you. I just want to make sure I marked it off. Thank you.
Come on.
Got this. You got this.
Woo!
No.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
35 to 64.
He did it. He did it. He did it.
55.
Okay, we're
He
good.
did it.
We're good.
We got it.
We're in there.
Huge.
Okay.
Davik, I want you to make that last roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Oh,
never know.
no.
Okay. Still in. Still in. Still huge. Still huge.
59. I'm scared.
Success.
Oh.
Davik. You seem to find that stillness that you lost when you suffocated. You can see clearer now than you ever have before. You look inside your room. You see snow. Trying his best to get out of the same situation. He is not completely frozen over. Just his quarter hind legs and paws. You can see he's literally cut a swath with his elemental breath until it's been exhausted, trying to get over to you. You look over at the sending stone and you see this frozen artifact. But there's runes over the top of it. Runes that you've only seen since you acquired the God Fist. And they seem to be pulsing. In this form, you realize you have full faculties of yourself. Unlocking your fighting style. In addition to blind fighting, you can go into an astral projection form of yourself.
Okay.
What do you do to save yourself?
So Snow's struggling. I see the sending stone pulsing. First, in this astral form, I'm assuming I can't interact with the physical world. That'd be the first thing I'd try to do. To see just if I can pick anything up.
How do you interact with the physical world? What do you do?
I'm going to see if I have any of my elemental abilities, and attempt to melt the ice that's covering snow.
Roll to
threatening
attack.
Snow. You want just my elemental strike here?
Yep.
Okay, 19.
Oh, that was almost a natural one.
With a 37. Describe how you crack open this ice.
So in this astral form, seeing, I assume it's my body without the God Fist. And the first thing that really takes Davik is seeing his hand for the first time in many years. And that he almost sheds a tear, because for so long he's wanted to get rid of this relic because it was associated and tied with pain and suffering and loss. But in this journey, meeting these friends, going on these adventures, finding out that the God Fist is more than a tool of destruction and pain and loss. It's a tool that has saved him, saved his friends many times. He is truly attuned to it at this point. So I think from the astral form, you see the physical body of Davik that still has the God Fist attached, and he taps into it from the astral plane, melting the ice on the physical plane around him in snow.
As you melt the ice in your entire room, you see your body take a deep breath, but you notice your eyes open and they are glacier blue. And that mouth opens back up and looks back towards you. You will never know rest. You will live the coldest night of nights for eternity. I know where you are now. I know where your loved ones are. They will all freeze.
Who are you?
Is that the flames wreathe back over your body and kind of like a somersault, you slam back into your body. Snow jumps up off the floor back onto the bed. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know until it was too late.
No. You're fine. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Hearing that Snow's fine, next order of business is run straight to the Sending Stone to see if those runes are still glowing.
Those strange runes are still there, and they are cut into the stone like glacial ice does to stone.
Can I examine it? So these are runes that I've seen on the God Fist?
Yes. The God Fist is still as cold as anything else you've ever held. If anyone else were to hold this stone, surely it would cause instant frostbite to their hands.
What do I recognize what these runes might mean?
You've never seen them before in your life.
Okay.
But you've seen the style.
Okay, gotcha. So it's the style rune. Theodore, just you just hear.
I had it to the lists.
I feel how cold this is, and I sense that it's dangerous, so I won't bring it out. But Theodore, at the top of my lungs, thaumaturgy. Theodore, come quick!
Like about to take a sip of that coffee.
As you scream, no one hears you.
Oh. Duh.
Still holding it, just screaming into the void. Who are you? What do you want? Show yourself.
Do you try to exit your room?
Yes.
It takes a second to warm the door to unfreeze it. But when you exit your domicile, there is about 8 inches of snow. You look at your garden. In the center of it, one singular effigy, a totem, a fetish, an owl-like head on a totem, staring directly back towards your room. And just as you exit, this small bit of snow flurry stops and settles. You can see that weather slowly melt away the closer you get towards the commons. It seems to be directly centered on your room.
So as I exit, okay, so I'm still in the keep. It's centered in my room. As I exit, is that totem still there? It's fixed in my yard? Or
Yes.
I examine it. Do I recognize it? Can I derive any meaning from it?
Never seen anything like this before.
Once again, I call out, Mr. Theodore! Something's happening!
You guys have a large keep. I don't know whether you can hear that or not. You're free to respond as you wish. I don't know where you're at within the keep.
You said he thaumaturgied, right?
Yeah,
he did say
he thaumaturged.
Okay, okay, got it.
Good catch.
Isaiah fixing more coffee for people so I don't get like, the hell is happening over?
Takes the cup, puts it in a to-go cup, walks out of his room, heads on over to wherever Davik's at, like a brisk walk. Not like we're not running. I don't know. I mean, let's be real. I don't know. Come quickly. I'm coming. It's, we just woke up in our keep. What could happen?
And
Don't say that. Don't say that ever.
Yeah, knock on wood now.
What could happen? We're in
And
our
not the
keep.
morning kind.
Listen.
I hate you for that.
Well, how's it feel? How's it feel, huh? How's it feel, Flawless?
And if he's thaumaturging this stuff and seeing, it's probably going to join. Just like, what the hell is happening? Is he getting attacked?
For anyone exiting their room and responding to Davik's cries, you will notice the literal winter wonderland that is Davik's part of the keep.
That's different.
Yeah, that's definitely new.
As you approach, just to Theodore, Mr. Theodore, I don't know, this it just happened. The room it froze. Panicked, never confused. I tried to call her. I tried to call Razor. She didn't answer. I think she's in trouble. And he'll gesture for you to come into to inspect the rune on the sending stone, but he'll stay in front of you, like just to like potentially shield you from any like harmful like element, like if it's too cold or anything like that.
Sure. These
like,
runes, RoBear. Anything I've seen before?
How much experience do you have with giant tribes or Goliath?
I mean,
Of the north.
I do know one. I've stopped him unsuccessfully from pushing several large red buttons. But no, I actually do speak giant as a language, so it was an elective in college.
You know enough to realize that it is a derivative. Old.
I can just cast comprehend languages if that's make that as an easier option here, if that helps.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll just pop that one off then.
And just while you're doing this, Davik is just frantically explaining. Isaiah, you join Theodore.
Oh, you just thaumaturgically screamed.
Yeah.
Yes, he is there.
So he's like trying to like just like explain to both of you. I tried to call to her, raise it cute. Like, and now I don't know if you actually were there for Trials of Davik or if you have any remember, but like he's like, you were there, you saw her. I called out to her because she didn't answer me, and then this happened, and then I was out of my body. Just tries to explain in the most frantic way possible what just transpired.
Yeah, you can't explain nothing unless you breathe. I can't help you do examples because I no longer do that, but breathe.
No, okay.
Point of order, is Kalthorr or Egrik here as well? Did you guys respond?
I was about to as the initial thaumaturgy goes off. Instinct. I mean, out of bed, jumping, looking. Egrik, now! Like urgency.
She's in the crook of your arm. I think you almost cannonball her a little bit.
Out the door. What is happening? What?
Oh my god.
And he's just footballed kind of Egrik under there.
Yeah, she's there.
Kalthorr, you see something you haven't seen in a long time.
Ooh. I don't like that music. Oh no.
You see Theodore with this stone. As he begins to use his own magic to comprehend languages. and you realize that this is not for mortal tongues. Theodore, I need you to roll your spell attack as you unknowingly try to speak God speak.
Oh, well. It wouldn't be the first time, I guess. Just straight up, right?
You can use whatever you would like on this. So if you want to roll with advantage, absolutely. You can use your abilities.
Let's just call it straight. $41.
Fail.
Okay.
Oh no!
Fair. Am I allowed to use stuff, or is it because it's already a fail?
No, you can.
All right. Well, let's see. What could the DC be? 41 is a fail. Can I guess I can advantage this, right? I can just click the little advantage button.
Yeah.
You rolled an 18.
I mean, we gotta hope for better. This is what we're at here. I mean, we could
Fishing
throw
for
a
a 20.
D10.
Yeah.
Really. Well, dub 18s.
Add a D10, maybe.
Can I?
Was that your innate advantage, or was that advantage card?
That was advantage card. I don't have it.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. Thank you.
I guess we treated. How are we treating heroic inspiration in here, RoBear? Since I have that as a human.
Yeah, you bet you can roll it.
And what is the die? I forget what we're. Is it 8, a 10? I think we had it as an 8. I don't know if we changed it or not. Or did you want to just treat it?
I want to treat it like the Bardic dice. So
Okay.
we would be on a 10 right now, right?
You just hit 12 with 15.
All right.
Okay.
D12.
Then I'm gonna go with. We're gonna start there. Before we go for advantage, I guess. I mean, okay.
Well, okay.
53.
Failure.
Okay. All right. Well.
Gotta be a nat 20.
The rest of you,
Can I look
you
it?
see Theodore freeze in place.
No.
Theodore, your
Yeah.
heart comes to a stop.
Sure. Can I
Panic
luck
begins
that, or no?
to set in for you.
I don't think luck will do anything, fam. Add a D10.
You're nat 20.
How do you respond?
With my heart stopping? Well, that's a new one for me. And I'm clearly capable of feeling that my heart is stopping at this point. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, can I attempt to luck that spell attack roll and shoot for a 20? Because that's
Yes, you can.
what I got at this point. Because I don't know what the number is, but we're at 53 and that's a fail. So, I mean, we could tack a D10 on there, but I don't know if that's going to do the trick either.
One inspiration dice and you got your maximum.
I got the max, yeah. All right. Well, shit. And I had advantage because I used the card, so this will be an advantage roll.
Got it.
Yes, with the luck.
question. You said he froze. Is this like ice again, or just like he was paralyzed?
You can tell that he's freezing from the inside out.
Okay, so what Davik would be doing, whatever, like while this is going on, grabbing Theodore and just trying to heat him up to whatever degree possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Doing your best to stabilize Theodore, as you can see that he is freezing to death in front of you after trying to read these runes.
All right.
Theodore will make that
my
roll.
Spell attack roll at advantage.
Ho! Ho! Ho!
Oh,
Ho!
you guys saw that 2
Ho!
first, right? Because that's.
Ho!
Natural 20. Theodore.
Uh-huh.
You're able to find stillness where there is chaos.
Mm-hmm.
This stone that you have in front of you is written in a language specifically for the old gods.
Got it.
When you comprehend this, you almost lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you tap in to your own grounded nature on this material plane. In your own mind's eye, you see nothing but a giant glacier and wall of ice. You're completely surrounded in the frozen north.
Okay.
And this glacial tidal wave is headed directly for you. Staring back at this wall of crushing ice, you begin to see this owl-like shaped face take form in it. And just as you think you have nowhere else to go, in that snow blindness in front of it comes running a solitary unicorn that you're able to sweep and jump on the back of. And you are racing this literal collapse that is back behind you, it falling over and over and over itself. You feel like in your own mind's eye that you're running from this for 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
Before you make it to this lush glade on the other side. As you spin back around on that unicorn looking back, you can feel as if you're in that glade of Maliki. And that ice comes crashing down and stops and rolls just to the edge of this glade. And you can see in its rubble almost multiple boulders and rocks that all seem to have the same face. And they look back at you. Those words were never meant for your tongue, mortal. I do not care about the multiverse. I do not care about your quest. You have something of mine that I want.
there are no words. I don't know this owl face by chance. I don't think I would, but I don't know if that's like a
Roll history or religion.
history. It is. Here we go. 36.
36, success. It's been a minute since back at the stacks at Strixhaven, but it is without a doubt one of the old gods of the North, the one known as the Frost Maiden.
Just add to the list, man. Everybody. Okay. Yeah, in this glade, shielded for the moment, I've heard her words. And I'll just say, what do you seek?
My own vengeance.
Oh boy. Yeah, Davik hasn't. I was there. Did I hear any of that stuff that we learned from those artificers about the Eberron artificers talking about I think they talked about the Godfist. I thought they did.
Yes.
Okay, so I can put 2 and 2 together on this one. Boy. I feel like I'm gonna try to just mentally communicate with this unicorn and be like, we can leave at any time. Because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to keep engaging with her. I mean,
You've spoken my tongue, so I will speak yours.
You seek. Is it a person? Is it an artifact? What it is you're looking for, or both?
The one who wields the machine forged from the Ring of Winter.
I see. And where would you have him go? Where can you be found?
Anywhere. Anytime. Any place. I will not rest until all who have touched the machine find their frozen death. Give it to me, and I will take mercy upon you and your party.
I'll deliver your message.
I need an answer now.
All right.
How much time has elapsed outside of,
Yeah.
or is this
That
this,
part.
this all happening?
None. No
okay.
time has
Yep.
elapsed.
Yep, that's what I thought. Just wanted to check.
Similar to the Egrik thing.
Yeah.
And the cast thing.
All right.
All the bad things.
All of them. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I'll deliver your message. It's not mine to give.
You evoked me. Speaking the language of the old gods. It is only yours to make. How do you respond?
I know. Well, I'm just gonna stick with what I said before and say it's attuned to another. It's not my decision to make. I'll bring your message to him.
Do you think this is a game?
No.
Your lack of confidence or inspiration, I despise. Don't ever let my ears hear you speak our tongue again. You've made your choice. Theodore.
Mm-hmm.
Unlocking the ability to speak this godly tongue.
Uh-huh.
At the same time, opening your eyes back up to the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
Kalthorr, seeing this all go down in slow motion, it's as if a switch is triggered. You all see a beam of frozen light shite and shoot up to the sky. The minute that it does, you can hear the crackle of ice as the temperature begins to dip. And the clouds swirl over Neverwinter as it begins to snow.
Oh, no.
What did you do? Did you touch it?
What the hell just happened?
Oh boy, that was some.
Are you okay, Mr. Theodore? Still heating you up.
Did you invoke the room?
I simply comprehended it. No invocation of any kind. But boy, oh boy.
What does that mean?
You
Well, not me exactly. Oh, here, I'll
Who was it?
The Frost Maiden.
What?
The who?
Who was this?
She's an old god of the north. She really, and I'll point to the Godfist, wants that back.
What do you mean wants this back?
Theodore,
She's-
you
yeah.
realize that inside that machine, the Ring of Winter is stored
Oh, good. Okay.
and has been hidden inside that artifact for a very long time.
Okay.
That is so good. That is
Unreal.
so good. Sorry,
Unreal.
continue. I'm just that's all.
Yeah, I will fill you all in and basically let you know that, again, the Godfist is a containment device for the Ring of Winter, and the Frost Maiden said she's looking for her own vengeance, and she's seeking that machine, and basically, in so many words, forced me to make a choice to give it up or give Davik up or both of them up in exchange for safety. And my decision in that moment was more one of indecision, saying it's not my choice to make. She didn't like that, seems like.
Yeah, well, whatever you did, it's
Yeah, it's more
we
like
are in
always
never
winter.
winter, and it's no
Always.
longer never winter.
Yes, it's always winter
I
now.
just put two and two together.
They said everyone would suffer. To me, I said that. They said no one was safe.
There? That beam of light, or is it gone?
Oh, it is continual blast up into the sky that is creating this weather.
Oh,
Do I? Oh, sorry. Do I recognize the rune, or any of the runes on it?
You realize that it is old Godspeak. Stuff that is reserved for what you have seen druidic orders of the north, caretakers of these kind of artifacts because of the danger that they bring. Not that it's information that shouldn't be shared, it just needs to be deciphered in a way where we don't have incidents like this.
Mm-hmm. Would I know how to stop it from letting this beacon continue to go out?
The beacon is totally different.
Okay.
However, Theodore,
Mm-hmm.
unlocking an ability in yourself to now read and speak this ancient godly tongue.
Uh-huh.
You finish the rest of the runes.
Okay.
Davik, you feel the God Fist begin to swirl and activate.
No, what's going on?
It begins to operate like that fateful day.
It's heating up.
It is becoming as hot as a forge itself.
No, guys, back up, back up.
Does it seem like it's going to implode? Or explode, implode, whichever one that one is.
You don't quite know, but it begins to burn red hot as if it's been held inside of a forge itself for hours. Davik,
No,
when,
Not again.
Just when you think history is about to rewrite itself and your friends are going to be wreathed in flame, the God Fist spins and opens up. And you see attached to Davik is a literal forge inside the machine itself.
What?
Inside of this tiny forge rests the Ring of Winter, still emanating its frozen capabilities and only held back at bay from this forge that those artificers long ago created. Davik, for the first time, you realize that this machine that is a part of you was never meant to be something of ill intent. It is a containment of an ancient device. The Ring of Winter, largely in its past, has been used for ill-gotten gains. You hold a piece of history with you, and there's a bit of peace that you can take within that. That this is just a device made by man and meant to be controlled. Any thoughts that you ever had of a dark influence wipes away from you. You guys stare back at this device head on. And just having it open up in this fashion, Davik, you control the entire temperature of your keep. The snow that is there begins to melt. You guys all stare back and see what this machine is for the first time.
Sorry, I'm trying to be serious, but chat is saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah, it's checking me out. And just for point of clarity, beam is still going, winter's still happening around.
Yes.
Well, beam is coming from Godfist or from stone?
From the fetish.
From the, okay.
That totem of the Frost Maiden in the center of his garden.
Has anyone ever destroyed a totem before? Would we know how to deal with something like that? Or no?
That might be bad.
Well,
I have a big hammer forged by the frost god himself.
I've done enough for today. I'm out.
This is the point where Remy stumbles out of the common area.
Morning, sunshine.
Sleep it in.
I should have never got out of bed.
Davik has just stood there, mouth open, eyes speechless, just staring at this ring in his hand after seeing the Godfist do something he's never experienced before. And he's just there motionless, speechless as the heat emanates out, temperature controlling the keep, but he's just speechless at the moment.
Sage is looking at this fetish, looking at this thing, and then looking back at the machinations. And as a tinkerer, as someone who creates in that form, I think he probably at least is attempting to understand the machinations of the God Fist and why it is, looking at the forge inside and the ring that I don't know if he knows much history about the Ring of Winter. But regardless, just seeing that, looking back, yeah, whatever's happening, I respect it. I know that that's a lot, but we got to shut that off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you unlocking that you're secretly a demigod or something right now. You need to figure this out.
Hearing you say that, I will attempt to close the ring back into the God Fist if I can.
In a very Transformers way, as that God Fist begins to spin and mechanize, it closes up over and locks that forge. Your gauntlet is still glowing red hot.
Reza, she might know what to do. I don't know if she might be in danger.
Can I be real with you for a second? This might not be a Razor problem. This might be a you problem.
This is absolutely a you problem.
And she been trying to train you to figure this stuff out without needing to call on her. She didn't come in Eberron, respectfully. And I'm not trying to put a lot on your shoulders, but again, winter. But he is going to put a literal hand on your shoulder. If anybody can do this elemental stuff, it ain't me. It ain't Rock Boy.
Davik, at any moment, all of us could disappear, and you would be left alone. What would you do? Call for help or act?
He'll look at you.
Faster.
I'd press the button, and then he'll go up to the.
That's so good.
Let's go.
So good.
He'll go up to the effigy and with the God Fist searing hot, put his hand on it and try to tame this cold beam, and just focus in on it and just try to summon as much heat as he's ever summoned to stop this beam from going out.
Roll to hit, elemental strike.
Can I step forward and place my hand on his shoulder, burning hot, going into a rage, igniting the fire within me to give him advantage?
I'm going to give him guidance.
Okay.
Okay.
He's already got advantage out of the gate.
Cool. All right.
We love that. That makes sense.
So that's a 1d4 added.
1d4, and you have advantage on the strike.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Yikes.
You got love that.
You got your luck still.
Yeah, let me roll my luck again. Here, I'll burn it after. 1d4.
Okay, that's way better.
We like
Okay.
that. We like that.
And you know what? Just for good measure, let's throw a d8 on
A D8?
Yeah.
Okay.
there. 37.
37. Failure.
Oh,
As you strike this effigy, interacting with it feels like the first time that you controlled the weather. It's like battling the thunder you conjured inside of Tana's workshop. It's elemental fury up against elemental rage. This stalemate. As he goes to try to destroy this thing, you only see his hand and that ancient machine lock up and battle back and forth between it trying to freeze over through his fingertips and his fingertips melting into the base. Skill challenge.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll with advantage and that D4 again. You are one failure on the skill challenge already.
Okay. What do I have?
You have a D6 and a D10?
Yeah, let me use the D6 for now. $41.
41. Failure.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
As you do your best to try to destroy this object, you realize that you can't. You're going to need something far, far hotter. You do just enough to break the base of this totem. Held in your hands, staring back at this face that has brought nothing but ill will to you and your friends. Holding it in the Godfist's hand. You hear in your mind the words of Reza. It's time for you to find the forge.
What forge? What?
Use your senses, Davik. You can find this. To find the forge, you will find me. Davik, you leave your body. For the first time in that astral projection form, and you shoot off to the north. You see your body flying towards another mountain, not much different than the one that Reza has always lived on. But your body passes through the snow and the rock to inside. And you see Reza in her Sphinx form. And she is holding the chamber of this forge on both sides from freezing over. And that astral projection of you returns back to your body.
Snapping back in, he'll look at Isaiah. We need to go to her. She's the only one. The forge. There's a forge. That's the only thing hot enough to stop this thing. Turn to Kalthorr. Oh, go ahead.
No, where's what? I think he's just like confused at everything that's happening. Just like
turning to Kalthorr, I'll just describe the mountain that I saw. Mr. Kalthorr, can you take us? Can you take us there? I know where we need to go to stop this.
Why?
I don't know what this is. I've never heard of a frost maiden.
Of everything. Who is this frost maiden and why? Why does it matter right now?
Kalthorr, you
Are
notice...
we here to stop the Whispered One?
Neverwinter beginning to freeze over for the first time. You look to the side and you see Theodore's fire blooms that have adorned in hanging baskets since the day that you got your first cutting. And ice begins to cling to them. People all over the city are walking out and looking at this blizzard. Now, Davik, you have stopped this thing shooting itself into the atmosphere. But the totem still exists.
I think there's a lot happening, which is an understatement, but seeing and hearing what Davik is saying and trying to put two and two together, really try to understand. I realize it's no longer on my character sheet too, because I wasn't looking for it. He says, one, I need to get past the cloudiness. Hand goes onto the side of your head, and you see his bright red eyes underneath his glasses become vibrant purple violet. It's not on my character sheet right now because of the switch over, but I'm attempting to see his thoughts. Get through the words that he's saying to see exactly what he's talking about.
Absolutely. And you do. You see the scenes that Davik has seen with his eyes in his astral projection.
And he's like focusing intently. And as he's starting to see, you see his expression like shifting from confusion to understanding to just almost like aghast. The eyes will go from that vibrant purple violet to red again. Okay, whoa. He said there's a forge, Razor, the Sphinx is... That's, okay. If she is saying that we got to get to that forge, then there's no other option. We can't let the city go to shit for what we just did in 5 minutes.
Is this city worth possibly letting the world's end?
Oh, don't get it twisted. Where we have to go next, I don't want to go.
So are we deflecting or are we going? Are you afraid to go to Barovia? So now you want to help Davik? What is more important?
Hey, hold on. First of all, chill. Whatever's happening here, clearly we have too many goddamn people, entities, trying to come at us all at once. Whatever just happened, because he read something, clearly is about to affect everything. And I would rather come back to a place that we actually can call home. Barovia can wait for 5 minutes.
Is it going to be 5 minutes or 2 years? Next time we wander through the multiverse, how long will it be?
Remy is going to slowly walk up to the circle. And he's going to reach down for you, Egrik.
Just for her hand.
Mm-hmm.
She would reach back up and grab his.
I think we need to get everybody on the same page.
Can you tell me what that page is so I can be on the same page before we tell them?
Yeah, I think a lot of people been in their own heads for a minute, and I don't quite know what's going on, and I got a bit of a hangover. Could you please let me know what they're arguing about, Egrik?
Are you gonna throw up?
No,
You sound like you're about to throw up.
I already did. It's in my breath. I pressed the digitation. I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than throwing up crawfish etouffee reheated at 4 o'clock in the morning.
On top of the drink that you had, which was very stiff drink, by the way.
Okay, that's enough judgment from me. All right. Remy is requesting you to share these mind's eye memories that you have done before with the party.
Who am I taking it from, or
You can see it
from?
all. If they allow you in, you have always had the capability of sharing the memories or thoughts that they've had inside. You just have to have permission from them before you forcefully go.
Yeah, Davik would definitely allow you to do that, but also just like with Kalthorr saying what he's saying, Davik would be looking at Egrik like almost silently beseeching you to step up and say something.
How does this showcase everybody? Is it just in their minds as well? They y'all like kind of gloss over.
Yeah, it's a not a jarring, it's more of a pleasant experience. It's like having your own inner kind of monologue show you those images. It's not the same as when Isaiah went in, he went and felt it. It's like going through the ride.
Gotcha.
So when he does his mind eye, he's going along the venture as if he were there in third person. When you do your projection, it's more of showing the slideshow, the images or the small vignettes of the movie.
Okay. Holding Remy's hand, she's just gonna tug him down. Here, can everybody just sit for a second? Because we're not on the same page. It's just no.
I don't know if he sits, but I think he leans back and just is less. The energy that's coming off of Isaiah, I think, in juxtaposition to how Kalthorr might feel, is the fact that last time they came here and did a very, very simple, minute thing, it almost destroyed Neverwinter. And they can't do that again. So he's a little more passionate than he probably should be. But he just...
Yep, I'll sit.
Thank you.
as that information is shared. Well, it looks like we have something else on the list. We're gonna have to make some hard choices. And that's not the first time. But I think the last thing that we should do as friends is question our motivation and what order we do these things. I think we've all had a few callings and what we thought we needed to do first.
Kalthorr, how do you feel about that?
He kind of turns to look to you, and though he is not his hulking huge self, as when he goes into a rage, the absolute fire in his eyes, his rage, his anger, his fury, I am with you to the end. As he kind of takes a knee and sits down next to you guys.
Anyone else got thoughts?
I'll, open up and to share what happened with I kind of explained it, but just to get the full experience of what happened in my little encounter with the Frost Maiden, just so everybody could see what happened there.
Those images shared with the rest of the party. Hey, we're there with you too, big guy. We all in this together.
And right now, with Egrik doing this, we can share these past images.
Through Egrik, you can share any mental conversation, thoughts, memories.
This. I'm going to offer you all of this once. You can step out of this circle before I share this, because it will not be pleasant. It will not feel good. Egrik,
Yeah.
I need you to stay. The rest of you, I will not ask that. I will not judge you. I will not hold it against you.
I'm not leaving you again.
I don't know if you've noticed, but suffering's kind of my thing.
I think this is one of the few times Kalthorr has, without saying like he never includes the other part people, it's I think one of the first time he's like asking the group outside of Egrik to do like something that's like hard, and I think he mentally notes that. He like looks over at Theo for a second, looks back, but you see him get off the wall and intentionally come into the circle. And he'll like vampire squat. You don't see him like sit, but you see him just like, because now he's curious.
You Slav squat too? Oh my god.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh
just,
my god.
Now he's like, what's up?
Oh, it's so good.
No.
You see Davik sitting crisscross applesauce, hands resting on both knees. His body is eerily calm, but Kalthorr, he has not stopped looking at you, and you see in his eyes a very intense stare, but he'll nod for you, gesturing that he will stay to listen.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
And that is where we will take a quick break before Kalthorr starts. Let's go.
Jesus. What is this episode?
Oh, didn't have any of that on my bingo card. Jeez.
All right.
Oh,
All right,
snap.
be right back.
Everybody take a quick restroom
I'm gonna make
break.
some more coffee real quick.
Yeah.
I'm settling in. All right, baby. Also, I love this game. Oh my god, it's just all right. Okay.
This is so good.
I ordered coffee about an hour and a half ago, and the Uber driver stole my coffee and fries. He just stole it, and I snuck it in a minute before closing, and I just got it, and I'm so happy right now. Oh,
Is it hot?
yup.
Okay, that's
Let's
good
go.
I got the old reorder in.
Man, hey, when you can't resist the coffee and fries, it calls.
I was joking. I was like, Sam, I think I'm gonna order a coffee. And then, no shit, she was like, it's kind of late, don't you think? I'm like, yeah, you're right. And no shit. Immediately after, Theodore was like, I'm making coffee. And I was like, it's a sign. I got to get the coffee. And then immediately after that, Isaiah's like, when you ran out to help, he's like, I guess I'll make coffee. I'm like, I got to get coffee now.
It's true.
We shouldn't be more than probably about 10 minutes. So
Yeah, I would say 10 or so, right?
yeah. Sorry we didn't catch that ad earlier. It rolled off. I was lost in the sauce, so I'm gonna go ahead and run one now. Appreciate you.
Woo.
Gives Baddie a fucking break before he's gonna. I know you didn't take your headphones off. I'm waiting. I saw you were gonna. I was like, I'm gonna give him this. Gives him a break before he shares his thoughts. Hey Ted, how about you have an answer for this god right now? No time, no break, no time to think about your thoughts.
You're
Just
gonna sell out one of your party members.
give me an answer.
Again.
I tried to diplomatically weasel word my way around it. That's not good enough. Well, all right. God damn it.
I knew when he rolled double 18s, I was like, oh, he's gonna roast me after this session. I go, I can't wait for
Listen,
it.
I hit the 20. I hit the 20
You
after
did.
that.
You hit the
Yeah,
20.
you just
I
hit it,
can't. I
dude.
mean,
That was
I
awesome.
got
the
my
20.
casual 53, followed by the 20, and then
That was hot. That was so hot.
and then it's like, yeah, do you want to? Like at a point, a part of me was just like, hey, RoBear, I would like to maybe cast Wish so I can have 5 minutes to think about this. I'd like
God,
to cast Wish so we could take a break and then come back and be like, screw it. No, I don't want to cast it. I take that back. I didn't actually say that. I just needed a time to compose myself.
no soulless ginger. We don't do subs for loot pools. I love you. Thanks for thinking of supporting me and supporting Davik, but we can't have loot tied to it because it gets out of control.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, you'll have your players gifting subs to get loot themselves, and oh god, who could ever imagine that?
Oh yeah, I said.
Props to Kalthorr not just being like, yeah, let's go, but also you're seeing Davik get pissed off.
I mean, listen.
Because like,
Did
you guys
any
don't know
one
the
of us
history, but-
give Kalthorr any shit when he just up and left and disappeared? Granted, it was for 4 days, but
Yeah,
that's 2 years for him.
yeah, that's the bomb that the fuse is burning on for Davik.
Well, you know, I think if it worst comes to worst, we just share those images of like the happy ending we could have gotten when we all died.
Yep.
Be like, how about this memory? Remember this one when we all died and then we didn't?
He's got some words depending on how this goes.
Just go ahead and make sure, because I said I cast this every day. I'm going to go apply this
Let me
to
burn my
myself.
other luck that I used. I started to be like, when he was like, "Oh, do your punch," I was like, "Can I do flurry of blows?"
Man, listen, you knew a 53 failed. I don't think, like...
Yeah,
That's
true.
fishing
I
for
think
crits
we
at
were
that
back
point.
in Nat 20 territory.
Also, not for nothing, I feel like I would have liked to have known that that's what it was. Unless it was like, well, if you stack everything... Honestly, I don't think I could have hit much higher.
It was DC 100.
That's what I was thinking. Or like, even if it was 60, I don't think it's possible.
Can you even hit 60 without a Nat 20?
I could hit with a 19. I could hit 42 plus 12 be at 54, and I was at 53. So, and I can't add anything else on top of that, so.
Yeah.
Just tell me it's got to be a nat 20. Don't jerk me around like that. Just
I
tell
don't know.
me.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Just like, oh, is this enough? Nope. Is this enough?
I enjoy. I like failing. I'm glad we're
Yeah.
failing. Sometimes it feels, with how powerful we are and how high of a level the campaign's getting, it feels like 53. We're like, okay, if that's failing, we're meant to fail. I don't know. I like not knowing. Yeah. I also enjoy when we fail. I enjoy failing. I think failures help tell a story sometimes better than successes, even though obviously successes do cool things when they all happen. But
I mean, just look at the double nat ones from Isaiah that gave us Sir Timothy, that gave us like all the cool stuff.
I mean, it also like real world application. If you're playing a sport or even singing or whatever, if you don't know where you went wrong, you
Right.
won't know how to actually like overcome and grow. So yeah, I always welcome a failure. Not always. Sometimes they suck, but oh Lord.
I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't got that D100.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't think he would have died because they came out of nowhere, but it would have been
I know.
interesting to see. Yeah.
At first I was like, is RoBear just straight up killing Davik right now?
He does
like,
not.
ask him one more time if it's on the sheet. Ask him one more time.
For real. He's like, here's a new sheet, buddy.
There's nothing on it.
Yeah. This is Kivad, Davik's twin brother.
Mhm.
Kivad.
He'd really like it if you called him Davik, though, to honor him.
Oh my god. Oh my landfill.
Landfill.
Ew.
Yeah. My brother, you know, I really would love it if you would just call me Landfill in honor of him.
In honor of him. Mhm.
He's got the god foot.
The God.
The other piece of the.
I'm gonna go watch Beer Fest this weekend now. God, dude, what a throwback.
Yeah. Good times. Well, no, chat. The real question is, apparently I now know this language.
Yeah, that's fucking
What does that mean?
effing.
That you can't
We're on
speak unless you want to die
it's
to
like-
an ancient god.
Well, so I want to make it very clear. Comprehend languages just makes it so you can read it. You can't
Yeah.
speak it.
The
just not
comprehension
tongue.
was the oops.
Yeah, it was comprehending it was the problem. I didn't speak it. I didn't
Yeah.
touch it. I didn't do any of that. I just was like, oh, I know it's an old rune. Can I just learn what it says? And I
Yep.
did, and apparently that was enough. So
You spoke it in your mind.
That's how it is.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
You know,
That's-
who knows?
I
What
feel like
kind
that,
of-
that seems like a helpful thing to have later down the road when all we're
I
doing
mean,
is fighting gods.
I imagine, like, at some point, like, if I know this language, can I craft runes? Like, can I
I would
take
like that.
like a rock or an item of some kind and like carve a god rune? And like now we've got whatever the god rune might be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, this is the god rune of fire, and it does a lot of fire damage, or you're immune to fire if you hold it. And it's like, it's a one-off thing because I carved it, and it's like it'll burn up the thing it's put on.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
rune carver, essentially.
Yeah, essentially,
yeah,
something along
yeah.
those lines. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Baddie, I didn't realize Kalthorr's hammer was made by Thrym.
Yeah.
I can't say why that makes me happy, but that makes me very happy.
Yes. That's why the loophole was such a wild.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it in our side chat.
God. So like, what does that mean that I have this ring? What is it called? The ring of
The Ring of Winter. One of the
Ring of
most, like a super powerful artifact.
Yeah, you have legendary items which are crazy, and then you have artifacts.
Artifacts are a level above.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
snap.
other artifacts, as an example, are the Hand and Eye of Vecna are artifacts. The Sword of Kos is an artifact. You know, those are ones I feel like everybody. The Book of Vile Darkness, the Book of Exalted Deeds, like these are artifact level. They're on another tier
Yeah.
Yeah.
of power. So that one should be in D&D Beyond, by the way.
It is.
does-
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
exist
Look
'cause
at
it was
Ring of
in-
Winter. Yeah.
It was in Tomb of Annihilation
Yeah.
because Artist Simber was in.
But that's just it's so smart to tie that in because it just makes sense.
Yes, Davik has a Rolex with a nuclear reactor in it. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on track there, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Just a good old live forever ring.
It's fine. It's chill.
With, now being held inside a forge that,
Inside
you
of
know.
a fist, inside of a gauntlet.
yeah, that she's,
Bird and
I also like that she's like, I don't care about-
tree in the crown.
I don't care about the multiverse or your quest. I just care
One
about
of it.
me. And it's like, I get that to some degree, but like when you're a villain, at some point you got to be like, man, can't be a villain if there's no world to be a villain in. You know?
I mean, some people.
I
just
know,
don't
I
care.
get it. But like ultimately, like, I don't know, is Vecna keeping you from getting your revenge? Possibly.
Who knows?
On many other multiverses, that is the case.
Well, yeah.
We know that.
So on Ring of Winter, it says it's sentient and tries to take control of any creature that wears it.
Mhm.
If it succeeds, the ring compels the wearer to cause undue harm to everyone and everything around it, which makes so much. Oh my!
Yeah. This is some good soup. Very, very good starting point with the Godfist. That's some.
It
Yeah.
is a turducken of relics. That is
You're
true.
done.
dunking
even
of
know-
relics.
I didn't even know this thing existed when I like came up.
I mean, the Godfist doesn't, but clearly, That's a sign of a good GM who knows how to take stuff and then flip it
Thanks
for a
so
profit.
much. That's you know what? Bravo, sir.
2 points of order I want to make sure that everyone knows. After Davik removed that totem of the Frost Maiden, the blizzard and the winter weather has simply sustained as the point of where it was at. It is not increasingly getting worse by the minute. You basically stopped Neverwinter in a heavy blizzard. So it is locked under winter, this strong, strange winter weather, but it is not slowly freezing over, and death is on like a by the minute basis right now. Cool. Basically, it is a incredibly hard inconvenience and a very strange thing to have happen here. Specifically, the river freezing over in the fire blooms is like, what is going on? You know, they too now are questioning all of what they've done to the environment at this point.
So we're not getting our Boule Dash anytime soon.
Yeah. Chat also brought up a good point. So much money is changing hands right now in Neverwinter from the people who are like, yeah, when Neverwinter freezes over. And so many people are like, well, pay up. It's time now.
Pay up. It's that time.
Collective net worth transfer.
Yeah, right.
The other piece. Whenever the forge inside the Godfist opened up, inside of the machine itself that maintains it are those Godspeak runes.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
You would all realize that the artificers that created this did this at great cost of life. As more than likely, they were only able to create one rune per person and probably perished in doing so. The solemn nature of that story and it being handed down to the artificers that you spoke with in Eberron, whether that was their own line or relatives or whatnot, you can understand their solemn nature and just trying to get away from their past. All right. The scene is yours.
As the rest of the group kind of settles with acknowledgement, like Kalthorr intently staring at each one of you until that acknowledgement is given.
Remy nods.
He kind of lowers his hand, reaching for Egrik's.
She would reach back.
And he is going to open his mind to Egrik to share with the group. Starting from Egrik's death and the cataclysm that not only was for him, but for the day of mourning. The vast loss of life, the change, and the months and months of fighting, searching, the pain that was losing, essentially, his spark. If he could have left at some point, I think he would have. Just to check in, just to reach out to his friends. as the images flash forward and pass through, the despair, the sadness leads to anger. Through what I can only assume was many engagements with fury, his fury rose. The back and forths, the fights, again, making new friends, losing them all every time, over and over and over, the loss. As he just traversed this vast desert, wandering once again. And then there is a pause, a break, where the images stop. And Egrik, I think you would feel it more so than anyone else holding him like that. And it is fear. He awakens, trapped, bound, shackled. What feels like an eternity as he is ripped apart. Not just physically. What he can only convey through these images and emotions as his spirit, his soul, as it's being torn from him, not just from the loss of Egrik, but his physical spark, the thing that has tethered him, as Fury and the Lord of Blades tortured and ripped it from him. Though they never quite were able to take it all, it's fractured, it's damaged. And as he opens his eyes in this space again, it has been but a day. And over and over, they tried to break him. They killed him and brought him back. A week. Between these constructs warping what was reality around him, his mind, seeing Egrik, killing her in front of him over and over. 2 weeks. And the pain, even to all of you, he is trying to shield. He's trying to hold it back. And he's trying to be the shield that you have all known him as. He is there to save and protect and defend. And he was pushed far beyond his limit. So when you all arrived, almost 2 months into this, he saw a image of Egrik, whatever she was, a little floating docent. It was almost the final straw. It was another image. It was... And then we had to fight. We were free. Everything was fine. We saved the world. Aged 2 years, it could have been 40. His body now more broken than it ever was. Before he was reborn a planeswalker. His hair going gray in strips and locks. New wrinkles. He is aged. And he is angry. Not for you guys not being there, but because he couldn't get back to you all. His one job at this point was to protect Egrik, and by extension, all of you too. And not only did he fail at that, he feels broken. And these images of the loss, the pain, the anger just flashing forward over and over and over until it's done, it's stopped. He peels back hard. He has gone too far. So that anger, that lashing out, that why are we doing this again? Because who's it going to be next time? Will it be Theodore, who's gone for 2 years and broken? Will it be Davik? Will he just be Sir Timothy? Who's going to disappear? And it's not that he's trying to change your minds. He is scared. Something he's not supposed to be. You feel his hand kind of loosen. As he stops, I guess, releases, ends.
The way Isaiah is looking at Kalthorr as this memory and image is coming upon everyone, at first there's definitely a this is going to be good type of energy that's coming from him, because he has been, you know, very gung-ho, let's jump and do a thing, and has never really willingly said why. But as he's taking all of this in and listening and reliving quite literally what he went through, you would see that he's no longer just squatting down. He's fully gotten onto the ground. He's not crisscross applesauce, but he's letting this big, brawny person who's not supposed to feel, he's letting him feel. And he's taking it in as much as he can. But he shakes his head. I hope you understand that it's not your job to be the strong one. It's what you do well, but it's not your job. We all have a role to play, sure, but we all chose this path together. Just like before Davik with Timothy. We might not have understood each other really, but we were all there for a reason. And now, yeah, the stakes are a little more dire. That doesn't change the fact that our true job isn't to be the shield, the magic, the faith, the levity, the shadow. It's just to be, and to understand that those around you are going to help you be. This isn't just your fight. You haven't failed. If
Kalthorr?
anything,
No, you can finish. You can finish.
I just want you to understand that we see you. We do.
Kalthorr, I have a question for you. Speaking of seeing, and she's gonna reach out both of her hands just to one of yours and overlay them like a shell. So we all know what happens when you get really angry and ragey. But what happens when you're scared? How does that affect you?
Have you it's like being in the open woods. The sky above you full of stars, the moon bright. You know where you are, you know the path, you know the way, you always have. You've been here forever, your whole life. Then you lose the stars. Hard to find your way. You lose the moon. The light is gone. The land you know so well. It's different. The feel, the smell, the presence around you. It is unknown. Lost. I
Can't
don't know
just
what to do.
Take it away. But how can we help you not be scared? We can be strong for you. We're really strong. Theo's a god.
Decidedly not. Very clearly.
Don't
I
believe
didn't
you.
think about it when you just spoke that old god tongue. Now there's no getting away with it.
Yeah, no, you are a god.
God. Mm.
Egrik has
Me,
seen, she
damn it.
believes.
I mean, if the shoe, if the hand fits.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
The language is heard.
Mm.
When he speaks about what he's seeing and the fear, mind if I show you something in return?
That's to all of us?
But he's looking at Kalthorr when he said it. But it's to everybody.
By all means.
You think
Nice.
in the 2 years, not to make this sound less than it is, but in the 2 years, you think you're old now. And as he says that, his voice kind of drifts off as the images that he's sharing to Egrik become very clear. And they kind of happen quickly, but you see a pattern. You see the young Isaiah with fresh curly hair, brown eyes, light brown eyes. You see a tavern, him and 5 other individuals. You see it go up in flames. You see the smoke surround them, and when they step out of the tavern, they're not in the tavern, they're in a dark, dark, deep forest. You see time start to pass by as this group suddenly is traversing through the domain that is Barovia. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally killed. You hear the screams and breaking of bone as 4 of the 5 are brutally k You see Isaiah or feel as he gets shunted through these dark, misty spaces within an inch of his life as he falls. You see him try to regain the strength that he had, the memories that he's lost. You see a young individual wearing orange find Isaiah. After a while, you see the group that you know now. You see the same group standing in sigil with 3 wizards. You see one of those wizards, a bald man, take Isaiah into a different room while everyone else is speaking. You see that bald man become the most vicious vampire you have ever seen. You see that individual lift his hand or his head or whatever sword weapon he's using to try to compel Isaiah. You see him resist. You see an unfortunate pact formed to save everyone. And you see that weight upon his shoulders, that fear that you have been trying to run away from. You see it very clearly. Every step in the Underdark, in the Spelljammer, in Eberron. You see him, despite it all, trying to use that fear to save his friends, to save you. And as that vision unclears, you just hear him say, "Someone told me once that you have to look at the good parts of fear. The part that makes you run faster. The parts that make you more focused, more intent. The parts that help you survive and win." I don't know how that connects to your spark, if it does. But you're not alone in your fear. Let us all be afraid together, if that's gonna help us win this.
To that point, we've had some rough spots. Timothy, both you and Egrik's situations that have just transpired, but all those things happened when we were apart or someone went off on their own. But that's never happened when we've stood together. So whatever comes, we're going to face it side by side, and that's why we win.
You're stuck with me.
He kind of ruffles your hair a little and holds you tight.
But what does this mean for our next steps then? Because now there's been a lot of cross screen sharing. So are we going to where you're from, Isaiah?
May I share?
Of course. She would go and reach out, grab your hand, if you would allow her.
We'll grab your hand.
Feel free
And still grabbing your hand, Egrik, but also still not breaking his gaze to Kalthorr. He'll just speak out to the group. I've been afraid my entire life. It's the one emotion I can confidently say I know the best. And then in a flash, you see through Davik's eyes, a young Davik's eyes, as he looks down at his hands, no god fists. This is early life for Davik. He's holding the hand of Ippa, but as she walks through the town, all he sees from everyone, no one looks like him. He sees the hateful stares. He hears the whispers behind his back. He sees the parents shielding their children from him. And then he looks up at Ippa, and she looks down at him, and he sees her smiling face and the kind eyes. The only one who ever truly cared for him. And as he stares at Ippa, you see the face of this beautiful elven woman. Long, dark hair. You see a flash of fire cover her, and her face is suddenly scarred and burned. And you look down through Davik's eyes, and you see not him holding her hand looking up, but now him looking down, him cradling her charred body in his hands. And you can feel it through this imagery. You feel guilt, you feel pain, but above all, you feel the most intense fear you've ever felt. And in a flash, you see Davik running. You still feel this intense fear, this intense guilt, this intense pain as he runs up the mountain with no direction, just running away from whatever he just did.
Flawless, let the community know who Ippa is again and how these flames manifested.
Ippa is the woman who found Davik as a baby in the village he grew up in. And it was an all elven village. And it was very protected and secret and guarded. And as a baby, as an outsider, the townspeople wanted to cast this baby out, throw him to the elements. He doesn't belong here. Ippa was the woman who said no. She took Davik in as her son, protected him as best she could. She taught him how to fight, but above all, she taught him how to be kind, how to see the good in every situation. She protected him. He was her only source of comfort for the majority of his life. She was his mother. So the fear and guilt and pain you feel in this image is the fear and guilt and pain of someone holding the dying body of their mother from a cataclysm they caused. And as he runs up the mountain, young Davik, he sees a puppy chained to a tree being attacked by some otherworldly seeming creature. And having just experienced this massive pain, this massive loss, you still feel fear. But you feel the first sparks of what you now know to be a core tenet of Davik's personality, the need to act. And Davik shields this puppy from being attacked by this creature with his body. And as if to sacrifice himself as penance, he covers this frost wolf puppy with his own body, willing to give his life for this one life that he could potentially save. And before this creature that's attacking Snow finally gets the better of the both of them, you see shards of ice cut through the air, and in one swift motion, this beast is cut down. And you look up through scared eyes, and you see another woman, another beautiful, in her form as she was then, elf woman with blue skin and cold eyes, extend a hand to Davik. And then the vision fades as Davik succumbs to his injuries. And then they open again, and you see this woman in the hut with Davik and the puppy curled up next to him, tending to their wounds, nursing them back to health. And you see flashes of visions of them training together, them eating together, them hunting together. You see Reza, the second person ever to show Davik this kindness and take him in as her own. But you feel the fear start to fade. And there's where the vision stops. Davik just looks at the rest of the group, looks back at Kalthorr. That's Reza. She's in trouble. And she's my Egrik. There is no multiverse I wouldn't rip through. There is no mountain I wouldn't crumble. There was nothing I would burn to the ground to protect her. I understand fear very well. She taught me how to be strong in spite of the fear. And I will go to her. And I wish that you would come with me. I wish you all would come with me. Not just for the people of Neverwinter, but for the person in this world who means the most to me. As I would do for each and every one of you. '" 'You
I really think it's that quiet.
Mm-hmm. I'm in. I go sit next to Davik.
You guys notice that your circle that you guys have right now is the only thing that isn't covered in snow. And that's warm. It's as if you're sitting next to a campfire. Neverwinter falling into all winter. Surrounding the entire party, except for this solitary spark and warmth that you share as a party. Remy's eyes drift from Davik's over to Kalthorr's.
I have one question for you, Davik. Every soul in the multiverse, on this plane, the next, the plane I'm from, where Isaiah hails, where Theodore lives, and even from where Egrik runs. Every single person has someone that is their spark. That is their soul, their heart, their being, their Egrik. I will run with you headfirst into this. But I need to hear something first. Is it worth every other being losing their spark to save yours?
Remy looks at you, Kalthorr. Was it worth it for you?
I want to hear him say it.
I want to hear you say it. That's awful strong words.
I would have my soul. I would have my soul torn asunder over and over again. I would rip every stone from this earth. I would tear down mountains. I would give it all. Every single time. Would you? Know what's at stake.
Reza, and I think Ipa too would tell me that no, it's not worth it. They would tell me to do the smart thing. Kind of looks at Theodore and Isaiah. They would tell me to think before I act. Look at you, Kalthorr. But I guess that's what we have in common.
Egrik. There is a presence in the stars that wishes to join your conversation.
Can I tell who it is?
You have to concentrate for a second as you can't currently see the stars. Describe what it's like going into your constellation form.
First word that comes to mind is soft. It's very delicate. The colors almost in her own view begin to mute before they just start forming these beautiful spacey hues of blues and purples, pinks, little sparkles and twinkles as it clouds around this glittering substance. And over time, as it just grows and grows, seeking higher and higher heights, it dissipates. And she just feels at one, like a warmth and a womb whenever she's in these stars, in these constellation form.
Egrik,
Feel
you create a literal Northern Lights situation as you project up into the sky, as it opens up for you to see the stars through the clouds, through the atmosphere, shimmering in the colors that you've described. There stands a constellation above you.
What is it?
And it is that of a hammer. There is a freshly anointed god that wishes to commune with you and your party.
How does their presence feel?
Strong,
Good.
but strong in a family, familiar way. It feels benevolent.
Okay. Is this occurring that only Egrik can?
They're channeling
Feel
through
this?
you because you're a champion to Erebos, and they too rest inside the stars.
But I guess it's not something I can point out. Is there a visual to them? Or are they just omnipresent? And I just feel them stronger in some spots.
You just only see their constellation form, which is... Actually, I'm sorry, it's not a great hammer. It's a great axe. Do they let them commune?
She would want to communicate with the group first, psychically, and more so, not even want a verbal answer. She wants a feeling of, are you all okay with this? Is that yeses?
It feels benevolent.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're all sharing.
We don't know who this one is.
Nicely done, sir. I was gonna say it, but there wasn't a time to throw it out there, and you just went for it. So
Good.
she would commune. Is she still in this constellation form?
You can do
Or,
whatever you want.
Ooh, you can do whatever you like. I she just wants to have a little fun. I think you would see Egrik's form coming back, this Aurora Borealis coming back down together as well as it becomes thicker in opacity. And I don't want her features to be shown. I want her to be the shape of her body as this little constellation, almost like an empty, spacey void as she moves, just because she wants to. All right. I need everybody's help. And she's gonna not reach out her spacey hands, 'cause I don't think anybody could grab them, but more so releasing that energy that she's feeling from whomever she's communing with, that it almost encapsulates this group.
As you guys join together to commune with this presence, you guys feel the ground underneath you shake. Not much different than when Kalthorr took his giant size. And you begin to see the footsteps in the snow as this behemoth materializes into the material plane.
I am Harshnag the Grim. I am here to help you with the Frost Maiden. You have convoked the old tongue, and I have answered. I once lent my strength to heroes much like yourself in the north. I will not let their sacrifice go in vain. If heading to the forge, if that is your choice, I will lend you my boon and my assistance, as we cannot afford to have this world plunged back into its cold darkness again.
We appreciate that. I would be willing to accept, but I can't accept for everybody. No contest?
More allies is good.
I think Kalthorr will stand from the little circle and walk over to Davik. And in a bit of it's probably something that hasn't happened to you in a long time. He grabs you by the scruff of your neck and picks you up and slams you on your feet.
Love when he does that.
Then together.
Because what's a world without our sparks?
I don't want to find out.
You can hear behind click click as he gets his gun ready.
Language.
All right, we can be done with this sappy shit and go. Or I guess we can have more sappy shit if that's what y'all. Yeah.
As he turns and kind of faces Harshnag. He grows big. Oh, he grows huge, some would say.
Yeah, Chugi!
I cast Hold Monster.
It's me, the monster.
Get back here.
All right, brother, cousin, friend, lead the way.
We have much to discuss, Kalthorr.
How do you know his name?
I know many things, champion of
What's my name?
Erebos.
Why? You're good.
I mean, you know what they say, they all look alike, so. And he just, you actually see Isaiah chuckle and like lean back, but like also like start climbing up like the side to get away because to kind of punch him because he don't need that.
Harshnag blushes.
There you go.
I'm done.
When we arrive, Kalthorr, we will need your assistance. This forge was not made for man. They sacrificed enough the first time. Let us lend our strength as giants. It is time, too, that you forge your constellation in the sky as well, champion.
What's champion?
I don't know much all about stars, but I know how to swing a hammer.
If there's room for a great axe, there's room for a hammer. Then it is settled. I will assist you in sealing the north off and the rest of Faerun from the Frost Maiden for once and for all.
Mr. Harshnag?
Yes.
Will we be able to save her?
Reza is older than I am. I hope that she saves us all.
She has a knack for doing that.
I have seen them conquer unworldly things. There is only one person I know that could do what they're doing right now. Your faith is in good hands, little one.
Thank you.
when you are
Thank you.
prepared to head to the north, invoke my name. And the Bifrost Grate will open.
What are we waiting for?
I mean, I don't run out of bullets, so.
Look what I can do. You see things twinkle.
As she twinkles,
Jazz hands.
Yeah, right.
Isaiah's gun also like mimics the constellation twinkle as well. Almost like drawn to her.
She like points and it sparkles.
Slop, get the
Hey,
shoveling. We'll be back in a day or 2 years.
Slop have all this snow to shovel. Oh.
Oh, don't worry, you got Tanner to help you.
Ginger ale in the nose. That
So-
was good.
One quick note: somebody has a fidget stick, and I love you.
You just put it down.
But I've heard it snapping for a very long time, but I did not want to interrupt anyone.
I haven't heard anything. That's funny.
Somebody's hardcore got a fidget stick going on. It's all right. It's stressful. It's stressful stuff. Isaiah.
Oh.
You see Tana walk out from the barracks. And it's a lot to take in as it's snowing. All of you are sitting, communing in the middle. There's a constellation of a giant.
Egrik's in pre-alpha.
All that.
But she's actually just gonna kind of shrug it off. Because you know what? With you guys, it's just another Thursday.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Absolutely.
Pardon me if I'm interrupting, but not all of you are, well, haven't been in the same place in quite a while. But I want to let you know that I appreciate you saving me from the grips of whatever all this is that we face. I just want to create in this world. And you all have given me that chance to do it again. Isaiah, Theodore, Davik, Remy. You saved me from the clutches of those machines in Vecna the first time. Kalthorr, Egrik. You helped finish what they started. Thank you. Whatever I can do to assist you. When I came back and I got the note that Isaiah had left me, I lost everything when they took over my shop. To come back to find out that I had a place here A forge already stoked and ready. I can't tell you what that meant to me. I can only show you. I need one member of the party to roll a legendary armament.
Ted?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
We're doing all
Yeah.
sorts of god stuff today,
You
so.
are a god.
Make it good.
Well, the best thing on that list, I feel like, is the Vorpal weapon, and those we just have in spades. So I feel like, but all right.
A Vorpal spell book.
That is one paper cut you do not want.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look out for this paper cut.
I was about to be like, Tana's my NPC, but also hold the bookmark. I roll like shit with this or no? You can have it, fam.
Okay, a legendary armament. Okay, legendary armament, and go.
Go. Sick.
Okay, the disintegration rifle.
What?
Yeah, this is basically the Mandalorian disintegration rifle,
Oh my gosh.
made from a topaz dragon.
Oh.
Which, funnily enough, was 3 away from being a Vorpal sword. Again.
She's
Why
going
would you
to
bring
walk this rifle over to you, Isaiah. Hit them where it hurts.
Stop. I can't.
Particular in this rifle, it will contain the property to pierce adamantine armor.
Ooh.
No more hiding behind plates of steel.
This is the way.
Ain't no way you just did that. Ain't no way. This,
There is, through all the time you've known Isaiah, at least in this form, this gun-toting form, which for most of you is all you've known him as, there's always been a clear difference in how he looks at his random sidearm pistol and the gun that he created. A vast difference. Not that he thought one was less, but one was just a lot more. In that feeling, that excitement, or that understanding that you all know he feels when it comes to his gun, you can tell that he's looking at this with the exact same expression. He grabs hold. You can see that almost innate need to start inspecting come upon him as he's flipping, as he's understanding. He's looking at all the nooks and crannies and almost imprinting upon this rifle.
Honestly, you can thank the big guy for hauling that thing in there. Kind of points back to the open door back where her workshop is, and her forge is the chest cavity of one of those infernal
Nice.
warforge.
He quickly realizes he's going to need a strap, a holder to actually be able to keep this. You know, how to actually be able to like put it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he says, "I'm gonna need 5 minutes to make something real quick," but he stows this gun that has been a part of his soul away. And you could potentially see someone realizing he has a potential fate outside of what he has known so far through this gun.
You too can make tables to roll loot on.
Oh my god.
This portion of the stream is brought to you by Lootable Tables.
Look to the back of the Dungeon Master's Guide, and what do you know?
I'm just glad it wasn't the Staff of Flowers.
I thought that was
Looks like
action.
comes out and makes the gloves of soul catching. Like, I don't know what these are for, Isaiah. Here you go.
With time of the essence and a literal Bifrost gateway at your disposal to the north, you guys look to each other and make a commitment to move. And not only help this city once again, but save someone that means the most to your brother Davik. And also to send a receipt to anyone that would so disrespect your own orange wizard.
That's right.
Whatever dope transmog northern fashion you want to gather, now is your time to go into your full Destiny mode of how cool you look in your Icewind Dale gear.
Everybody just
the
the
same.
stormtroopers.
Wait, oh my god, are we getting our winter art? Are we getting winter art?
God, I want
Slop made art.
All right, cosplayers, get ready.
I want it all. All I want to do is be art rich in this world. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I just want to have FU art money.
You gotta wait like 10 years, and then I'll have an in-house artist, and you'll be all set to go.
Listen, make a tip goal to get new art, winter art. Chat, if you want it, you gotta help. You gotta help. Support your streamer.
We're throwing loot tables for free.
For free.
Show tables.
Only tables.
Just for
How
tables.
many
Okay, we're
legs you
done.
got?
Hey, yo.
Stop.
And that is where we will end this week's episode, as you guys are set to go through the Bifrost Gate and head towards the north.
Why gotta be Bifrost? Why can't it be Panfrost?
Like, then you have to scrape it.
I gotta scrape. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
That's not a mess up.
I think we demos.
Oh, I love Harshnag so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
I thought you sneezed when you said his name.
Harshnag.
I was like, was that a word?
Harsh snag.
Oh, man.
Whoa, y'all. This
This is a
damn.
casual episode back in the keep.
This
right?
was an episode,
He's so
y'all.
casual guy. Just a widow guy.
Like this is some award.
none of the things we had planned to talk about went down.
Yeah.
Not a single one of the things.
Not a single.
You guys made plans?
I have 3 like 4-page Google Docs from Flawless for all the shit that we were gonna uncover, and like am I role-playing people in these mind's eyes that you've built up? Like, is that how we're doing? How are we doing this?
Are you saying
And
that
then
me
it was just
killing
ice
Davik
over.
at the beginning of the episode may have thrown a wrench in that?
I
I was
mean,
not gonna lie, RoBear, you had me in the first half. I was like,
Maybe if you rolled a 1, but you rolled a 7.
Your rolls bailed me out. I played F round and find out, and I was like, I think he can do it. 30% chance is pretty good. I think he can do it. I believe in him.
oh man.
We had to lay the stakes.
I mean,
I'm here for it.
You mean apparently?
I mean,
That's funny.
53 is no good. So let's set it out. It is.
Ooh.
I'm just waiting for but we have a god and it's you. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Like, this is
Uh,
not
like
what we talking
reading
about?
up on this Ring of Winter, man. Like, what are the ramifications of that? Like, just like
You're
yeah, it's real
suffering.
bad.
You're
That's a
suffering.
big deal.
It's
That's a
the
big
guys-
deal.
You're the
come on,
keeper
come on.
of something that most people get killed over inside of Faerun continually.
Oh, constantly.
Our December lasted the longest, but we really don't even know if he did or not. And he lived a pretty tragic life in doing so, leaving everything behind and becoming hunted.
Hanging out with dragon bait. That's his whole-
Cash.
Yeah. This is a cool little jaunt into that and the containment of what is constantly a battle over this damn Ring of Winter and what happens in the north.
Little Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, little Storm King's Thunder.
Yeah.
Now Keith.
The Keith.
Does she know it matters now? I can finally use necrotic magic. Dang these machines, dang these undead. We're going to get some cold people. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna do it.
Let's
Sound like
go.
dead people.
This is a very fitting that we're going to kill winter at the end of winter here, going in the spring.
Literally, isn't today the first day of spring?
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Her
All right,
last
Maliki, get
grip.
in here.
Mhm.
Okay, you picture Maliki and Oral fighting.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could just say her name in my new god language that I know now.
Nah, don't do that again. It's suddenly
Here's a
You have to
cool
throw
new
hands.
language that you can never speak. Have fun.
I mean, hey, you don't need Google Translate to flirt with her anymore.
Yeah, well,
That's funny.
now you can anytime that you want.
Man, Unicorns Club bailed me out of a bunch of shit.
Ted,
in
remember
this
we
game.
joked about as far as Maliki and Theo?
Oh, I mean,
This
that-
is even more so now.
I know.
Talk
Like I
about
said,
art. Let's get some art of Theo running from the Frost Maiden's glacier wall.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Dude. Now, chat, this is where we gotta love you and leave you.
Oh,
We'll see you guys next Thursday.
Bye. Bye.
Love y'all.
Or Pan.
Here, be for 2 seconds.